Hi, I'm Mrs. Serunjogi Louise. Have been married to my dear husband, Serunjogi, for 3 years now. And yeah, we are here.
Hi, Serunjogi Joshua. We've been thriving for 3 years now.
I met him at church. I wasn't really born again, so it was this youth conference that they were holding at their church, and I was invited by some random person along the way as I was from doing some grocery shopping. So that's how I saw him for the first time. He was like the youth lead or something at that church. So that's how I met him at first. Our first interaction was it was during practices. Now I had become a church member and everything, so I got to have him address us on what we are going to do, blah blah blah. But by that time it was nearing my birthday, and he was sort of, for him, he had already got an interest in me, which I didn't know though then. Yeah, so he was asking around my fellow youth guys that what do you think she'll want for her birthday or something. So it wasn't really serious. It was just about, let's go do some shopping or something of that sort with the other guys. Yeah, so it wasn't intimate as such. Well, it took more like 3 good years before he actually came up and told me stuff.
First time I met her, she was really young. I think it was a riot conference at Natiti Miracle Center. She was young and I was the youth leader by then. I'd organized the conference. Then she must have followed one of the flyers I designed myself. Yeah, it was the first time I met her. We were friends from that time. We sort of interacted from around 2013. We were just friends, but on the level of like starting a relationship, I started talking to her December 2018, beginning of 2018. We didn't date until around September 2018. I just gotten back from Kenya, where I was staying, and I remember breaking up with my ex. I think it was around September or November 2017. I knew I was going back to Kenya in 2018, but I needed something to hold on while I go back to Kenya. So I remember when I just come back, one of my grandmothers on the maternal side was praising, have you seen Louise? Oh, she's a nurse, she's so bright. I liked how my grandmother was describing her, so it got me interested. So I decided to to check out the new Louise my grandmother was. So when I saw her, I asked, she was close to one of my uncles called Andrew. So I talked to him, he asked him if she was single, and he advised me and then told me, no, we don't even need to start a relation, just be friends. So I followed his advice and we were friends for around 10 months, then we dated.
Were you cheating? Did you hear?
No, she's just... Unless the music paused. No, maybe she laughed because I was laughing.
So, I had started reading signs that he had interest in me. Most of the time during service, it's this one guy staring at you. I used to sit at a certain corner, and for him, he was sort of on the other side of the church. Whenever I turn an eye, the eyes are on you. So I started thinking, I think he has interest in me or something. Okay, it was so uncomfortable, I should say. But I think I started reading the signs. I'm like, oh, I think he has interest in me. That's how I also started sort of, getting into by checking him out. Yeah, so first of all, physically, I liked his height. I liked his eyes. I liked his lips. Then getting to talk. He's a person who is down to earth. He's a person who is not all up and above himself. So he takes every situation the way it is. He respects people no matter the background, no matter their physical or their social status. And he seemed a responsible person. Yes, and he's so kind. Yeah, and he's one person who listens, and he gives you the time, he listens. So we've not really had fights until after marriage, until after the baby. So we are so chill until something is wrong with the baby. Like in case she's sick, our panic levels just shoot, and we fail to easily find a common ground on how to manage the fact that I'm a medic. I feel like this should be it, and he's also thinking the other should be that. But we always come around. Yeah, we always come around, and it was this one time when Tamia is our daughter. When Tamia was ill, she hasn't fallen sick so much, but there was this one time she really had nothing from the blood work and everything. And for me, also, it was the suggestion that we take this route, and her was the suggestion we take the other. So there is a way he sort of undermined my suggestion, and the fact that I'm a medic, it hurt me so much. I felt like he didn't really take any value of my profession and entirely of me as a mother. Yeah, but we sat down, told him how I felt, told him what he did made me feel, and yeah, we got over that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can tap him.
Her questions seem more interesting than mine.
You'll be fine, Josh.
She's smiling. Eh? Luckily, my family had met Louise, because I remember when she came to church, she was she was longing for a mother. And I think the first person she chose to be her mother was my real mother, because her late mother was called Josephine and my mom is called Josephine. So sort of like had a relationship with my mom, and like I earlier stated, my grandmother also, like, because the church is near my grandmother's home, so whenever she would come to church, she would greet my grandmother. And now those are the tough two people in my life. If they're not easily impressed. So when I was so impressed about Louise, there was no major roadblock for her. My dad actually, I think he noticed something different in my life, because I have a good relationship with my father. We used to, actually it was way better when I was in Kenya. We would like talk almost every 3 days. So he noticed there was something different in like my life. Then he asked me, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have somebody in your life? I asked him why. It's like something different. And that's when I told him, yeah, I have a girlfriend, I'm dating Louise, like I need to meet that person. Unfortunately for them, they have never met in person, but they talk every Sunday, a video chat. So nobody in my family is against her. They really love her. They're happy to have a daughter. I think we were dating. I think it was like our second month of dating. Either second or third, around there. She actually traveled to Nairobi to see me abruptly. She paid her ticket. I was so happy. But then also she had plans to go to Dubai. She hadn't told me. Sort of, she hadn't given me clear information. So I was wondering, actually, she just told me, oh, after here I'm going to Dubai. I'm like, okay, what's happening here? So she went to Dubai. Somehow my spirit wasn't so agreeable with the trip. So I think also my insecurities from the past kicked in. So I was doubting her so much. I was into my head so much. I was like, what is she doing in Dubai? Who financed this trip? Well, no, Dubai is expensive. So I was having trust issues. So, but I think that challenge built us, because the moment I got to, she ended that trip, went back to Uganda, and I told her, okay, we need to address this. Why did you go to Dubai? Who financed? But I like the way she handled the whole situation, because I was bringing something that was sort of trying to insinuate something on her side. Me tackling that head on meant that we could end the relationship at that point. But she handled me so well. She addressed everything so well, respectfully, because she kept her quiet the whole time I was talking. She let me have my outburst, and then she handled it so well. And at that moment I knew, yeah, this is the person I need to spend my life with, because I don't think there's any guy who would have handled me like that, the way she handled it. I think she cheated.
Did you hear?
I think music stopped at one point.
It didn't stop.
Why are you laughing?
No,
I'm so
I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting foul play here.
So it's been about what I'm bringing to the table. I always want to, I've not grown up with an example of a family as for such a long time. I lost my mother while I was still so tiny. Ideally, I've never met her. Then lost my dad along the way, early secondary. So I always feel like I'm not prepared for this full marriage parenting life, and I'm always working on that, and I'm always feeling like maybe I'm not doing enough, maybe I'm not doing such and such a thing right. So my insecurity is what I bring on the table as a wife and as a mother. So what I see in our future is a successful marriage. I see us having overcome whatever challenges we are having. He has some dreams, and he's very ambitious, and I'm so hopeful, and I believe that we shall have achieved whichever dreams he has. And I see myself as a better wife and as a better mother, because I keep working on that on a daily.
I see a better future for us. I know she wants to go back to school, and I know she's very passionate about people and saving lives. So I see a very passionate doctor in the near future for her. A very loving and kind mother. She has handled that so well. I've had scenarios where we would be panicking and she handled it so well. Like when my daughter is sick, our daughter is sick, she knows how to handle such situations. Yeah, and she's patient. So I feel like our future is so bright. She has a good eye for interior design, so I'm excited for the home we're going to build, like how we're going to set it up. That future is what keeps me going, building. I'm trying to make sure we have an emergency fund, trying to make sure that we are building something solid to provide a very stable future for them.
We are done.
Wow,
Yeah.
it was short.
Feels like